Maggie, it's Bianca. Did you oversleep again? I'm buying you an alarm clock. Hey, what? Maggie, what happened?
I'm leaving this stupid town. Today.
Serious about leaving?
Why should I stay?
Well, for one thing, you're enrolled at PVU. You're gonna be a doctor.
No, that was David's brilliant idea, and he's gone, so...
He's gone?
Yeah.
Maggie, why don't you just tell me what happened?
Bianca, it's total sci-fi. You don't understand. David kept Edmund Gray's wife under wraps for like 5 years. She had amnesia, and he decided not to tell her that she had a life, kids, the whole 9 yards. How screwed up is that?
But David knew that Maria was alive?
Oh, yeah. And he actually sat there at the wedding with us and watched her husband marry another woman. I mean, my family is just so screwed up.
I'm so sorry. Does Leo know?
I can't find him. David's gone. It's just me and Anna, and she has enough problems right now. The last thing she needs is me hanging around.
Look, just because David pulled another psycho stunt doesn't mean you have to leave home.
Home? Home is 3 drawers and a shelf in the bathroom. I don't know what I was thinking. David's gone, Leo's married, and Anna just wants to get rid of me, so...
She doesn't. Anna cares about you.
No, I stayed too long already. I thought that... You know, I was such an idiot. I actually bought that whole family crapola that he gave me. I don't know. What's the point?
Well, what about friends? You have me.
I'll send you a postcard.
So that's it? You're just gonna bail? Look, just because David is totally messed up doesn't mean he doesn't love you. And you know, so does Leo. And frankly, you're everything I could have asked for in a friend.
Well, you're the first friend I've ever had, so don't expect much.
You know how when we split some nachos, you let me have all the hot sauce? And when my mom does something that makes me completely insane, you let me vent forever. That's what being best friends is all about.
That's not so hard.
Well, I guess you're a natural.
Bianca, what do you want from me?
Nothing. I'm just saying that you've made a life for yourself here, and I don't know why you would turn your back on that.
Well, in case you haven't noticed it's sort of a meltdown.
Well, we won't let it. I won't let it.
Oh, wait, you're gonna patch up my whole freaky family while you're at it?
If I have to, I'll be your family.
You think Erica would freak out if I called her Mom? You know what? I've been blubbering all morning. I'm gonna go wash my face.
Tim, it's Bianca. When you get this message, come over to the valley as soon as possible. I need reinforcements.
I don't believe it. How many times are you going to do this?
Well, it's just Tim. I thought that you might want to talk to him.
Don't you get it? Bianca, I don't need him. I don't need anyone.
Maggie, what are you afraid of?
I'm not.
Well, then why are you so harsh about Tim?
Because you're always doing
Don't put this on me. Tim has been honest and kind, and you're constantly pushing him away.
And he is not what I need right now. I don't need him yucking everything up. I'm not in the mood for the Tim show right now, or ever.
Well, you kissed him. You must feel something for him.
I'm not doing this again, Bianca. I'm not.
How can you...
Truce.
I'm I'm sorry. I shouldn't have called Tim. I just thought that maybe if you wouldn't stay for me, you would stay for him.
If you say his name again, I'm leaving.
Okay. Look, I just wanted you to know that you have people in your life who care about you. Get used to it.
I'm sorry, I was just freaking out this morning about David and Anna, and I just wanted to get the hell out of here.
And now?
Well, I mean, leaving is all I know, you know. Get up, walk out the door, clean, fresh start. And then you showed up, which is the last thing I wanted. Or the only thing I wanted, I don't know which.
There's nothing wrong with needing people who you care about.
Yeah, and then just be set up for the whole big letdown? I mean, what's the point of that?
It doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah, you have to understand that my dad left. My mother was in a bottle. And Frankie got out as soon as she could. I learned that the best way to go is just to go solo.
So that's it. Maggie against the world, and you're just gonna take off?
Well, that was the plan until you shut up my door and read me the riot act. And then you called Tim, which really ticked me off. But, it hit me. You know, put Anna and that old David thing aside. I mean, I feel safest here when I'm with you.
So you're gonna stay?
Well, I'm the only friend you've got. Maybe you're right about the whole Frankie thing, it being her fault, no. And she would be cracking up over this mush fest right now.
Well, the first time that I told Frankie that I loved her, she freaked out. She said that nobody had ever said those words to her in her whole life. But when you love someone, you should tell them. I love you. It's just the way it is. As a friend. I'm not going there. I don't get me wrong. I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying. I'm not worried. The question is, are you?
I'm worried about is seeing you walk out that door.
Well, until now, when in doubt, leave is all I knew.
Well, I guess you're just gonna have to stick around and see what happens.
All right, you want to help me unpack?
Nachos when we're done? Now you're gonna play detective. Kendall, I would tell you that's a bad idea, but that's the only kind you ever have.
I'm trying to help.
If you want to help, stay out of it.
Hey, she giving you a hard time here, Kendall?
Yeah, like mother, like daughter.
Look, why don't you just back off, huh?
Listen, Trey, or Ben, or Shep, or whatever your name is today, I don't need advice from a skank like you. Thank you very much.
Excuse me? Where the hell do you get off dissing my cousin when your mother nearly killed him?
My mother did that.
Damn straight.
What did you do to her?
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. You expect me to believe that my mother did that to you with absolutely no reason whatsoever?
Yeah, it's shocking, isn't it?
I don't believe it. Where were you? What happened? What did you do to her?
I didn't do anything to her. In fact, she's the
Okay,
one.
you know what? The doctors gave Trey strict orders to just take it easy, so if you guys will excuse us.
Man, I wonder what happened.
Well, I have to get over to pediatrics,
Whoa, hang on.
What? Would you sit here and diss my cousin some more?
Maggie, Trey is bad news.
And what did he ever do to you?
Just forget it.
I think
No, hang on. What's going on with you? I mean, I haven't seen you in school and you haven't returned my calls or anything.
So I'm on overload right now.
So you just skip class?
Yeah, I do sometimes, so.
So, whatever's messing you up, just, don't let it affect you like that.
I just missed a couple of classes. Geez, my life does not revolve around being on the dean's list, Bianca.
Oh, well, would you rather tank and drop out again?
Will you just back the hell off, all right?
What are you so bent about?
Trey's my family, and I do not appreciate you ragging on him.
Trey could be a criminal, and you're just gonna stand up for him, no questions asked.
Well, isn't that what families do? Defend each other no matter what?
No, you don't go against what you believe in for somebody you barely know just because they claim to be a relative. Bianca, don't you see?
For the first time, I have a family. A real family. And, they may not measure up to your standards, but they care about me. Is it so wrong to believe in them?
Second, what has got you so worked up?
David and Leo have made a real effort to make me part of this family. I just want to return the favor.
So this is about David.
You don't understand. We've really come together to help him.
After what he did to Maria Gray and Edmund and their children, I don't see why you would want to help him.
Because he's my cousin.
Well, that might not be good enough.
God, not everyone gets to experience the picture-perfect family. I never had the celebrity mom and the unlimited clothes allowance, and my uncle's not a DA who can ease me out of drunk driving charges.
Maggie, I'm not slamming your...
Yes, you are. They're my family. I don't care what they've done. I finally feel like I'm a part of something, and I am not going to bail out just because they do not meet someone else's idea of perfection.
Maggie, don't you think that David has gone too far?
I know that he has messed up a lot, Bianca. I know that, but Leo is not backing down, and neither am I, and we are going to stick through this together.
Maggie, sometimes you gotta know when to let go.
Fine. So then why don't you take you and your superior attitude and get it out of my face?
Hang on. Where do you think you're going?
You're gonna give me another lecture, the world according to Bianca?
No, I want to apologize.
Why? I did all the yelling.
Because I was a jerk. I know what Leo and all your family means to you. I shouldn't have gone off on them like that.
Well, you still think they're a bunch of losers.
No, they can't be total losers. They care for you.
Why are you being so nice to me now?
Because we're friends. Friends are kind of like family. I mean, they're supposed to accept you for who you are. You fight and you work it through. If you're lucky, in the end, you end up closer together. That's what friendship is.
And that's what we have, real friendship.
Yeah. I feel closer to you than I do anybody outside my family.
Me too. I'm sorry I went ballistic on you. I'm a little stressed out right now, if you haven't noticed. And, well, most people would have written me off.
Oh, no. We're friends no matter what.
Oh, what would I do without you? Hey, why are you beating up on the boathouse?
Is there any place else you could be right now?
I just came here for a timeout. I guess you're doing the same.
I'm sorry. Did something happen?
Oh, really, nothing new. David punched out your Uncle Jack, so...
What?
It's all right. Everything's okay. It's really just another snapshot for the family album. Why are you here?
It's not even worth going into.
Well, maybe if you talk to me about it, this boathouse will be standing in the morning.
Greenlee.
Oh, enough said.
Yeah. She and Leo are moving to Paris tonight.
I know, it was kind of sudden, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I went over there to say goodbye to him, and she wouldn't even let me in the door.
Well, that's ridiculous. You have to say goodbye to him. Come on, I'll take you over there. I'll hold down the green stair, and you can say goodbye to Leo.
Thank you anyway, but I think I'll pass.
Why?
Well, I guess I don't really want to say goodbye to Leo. Ever. I don't know. I could always tell him anything. He could handle stuff that would scare most people. I mean, he was the first one that I told I was gay, besides Sarah. And he didn't get all weird about it, and he didn't try to change my mind. He was just Leo. And when Greenlee wouldn't let me see him tonight.
Hey, I understand. If you were leaving, I would knock this place down.
You would?
Of course I would. But you're not, right? And you're sticking around, and maybe I could try to be what Leo was to you. I mean, I know I can't replace him, but...
No, you're not tall enough.
Thanks, rub it in. But you can count on me, and just like you've counted on him.
Another friend is not what I need right now.
You have so many friends you don't need anymore?
Oh, that's not what I meant. I just never felt like I had to hold back with Leo.
So don't hold back with me.
Oh, yeah, right.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It's just... I don't know. When things got rough, Leo would let me cry and scream and carry on, and then he would just tell me that everything would be okay, and I believed him.
Are you talking about when my sister died?
When I lost Frankie, I got through it because of Leo. Now
you're losing Leo. Hey, Bianca, believe me, I do not scare easy. If you want a friend, you have one, right here.
It's just I always felt safe with Leo. Like, there was no risk that he would ever leave. And that's just what I thought.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, no? Every 5 minutes you're packing your bag and threatening to blow off Pine Valley for good.
And you always talk me into staying.
And what if I told you how I really feel, huh? What if I told you what you really meant to me? What the... God, this is impossible. Why do I always do this? Wrong feelings, wrong people, bad timing. I just...
Bianca, wait. I know that I will never be the kind of friend that Leo was to you, but I'd like to try.
Oh, look, you know what? I just can't do this right now, okay?
You're the one who's always saying, you know, friends should talk things through. Let everything out in the open.
Okay, but just not now, all right?
What are all those pep talks that you gave to me about being best friends and best buddies? What was it? Were you trying to make me feel better?
No, look, you know what? You want a tip? Sometimes being a friend means knowing when to back off.
Fine. Well, then I'm gone.
Is Chris right? Am I pushing him away? Because I want to prove that I'm right, that there's nobody I can lean on. So I might as well push them away before they get too close.
We finally have something in common, Mom.
Bianca, honey, I don't mind passing on the color of my eyes to you, you know, or my sense of humor, but I don't want to pass on my fear of being left alone.
Well, Mom, look at where we are. We're both here in a graveyard talking to the only person that we really feel comfortable with. And Grandma isn't even here.
Honey, you can always talk to me.
I'm not really sure you want to hear what I have to say, Mom.
Well, why don't you try me?
Okay. I feel like I keep falling into the same trap. One I guess I set for myself.
What trap, honey? What trap?
Well, looking back on Sarah and Laura and Frankie, it just seems like the only people I'm attracted to can't really give me what I want.
Why do you think that is?
I guess like you said. Because they're safe. Because if they don't really let me get close to them, I'll never get hurt, right?
You get hurt anyway.
Yeah. Every time somebody says to me that they want me as a friend or that they like me, but not that way, it's a total dead end.
Well, honey, there is nothing wrong with having friends.
No. Until you want something more.
Something more with Maggie. Oh, honey. In that case, that is a dead end. Really, I think that the best thing you could ever do for yourself and for Maggie is pretend you never met.
I did it again.
What? Did what?
I baited my own trap and I stepped right into it. I should have known that you're the last person in the world that I could talk to about Maggie.
And why is that?
Well, because, Mom, you just don't get it.
Excuse me, Bianca, I get a lot more than you think I do. And just so you know, this has nothing to do, nothing at all to do with my not wanting you to be with a girl. And it has everything to do with the fact that you were in love with Maggie's twin sister, Frankie.
So what, you think I'm just transferring my feelings from Frankie to Maggie?
Isn't it possible?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I think it must be very hard for you to see Maggie for who she really is. And that's not fair to her or to you. Not to even mention the unfortunate bloodlines with Vanessa.
Mom, don't freak out or anything. Maggie and I aren't going anywhere. I'm not even sure we can still be friends.
Honey, listen to me. Because Maggie is not the right one doesn't mean there won't be someone else. You just have to keep yourself open to new experiences and not run away.
Like you're running away from Chris? Like mother, like daughter, remember?
No, honey, I don't want you to make my same mistakes. I want you to find the love of your life. I want you to be happy.
All right, so you be happy. Okay, show me that it's okay to take a chance on somebody who's willing to take a chance on you.
All right. I can do that. I will do that if that will help you. I will take a chance on love. And I will show you that you can be very happy if you meet the right one.
Well, Grandma, I hope you were watching because tonight was a first. Imagine me and Mom sharing the same take on love. I guess we're not so different after all. Because when it comes right down to it, we both want the same thing. Somebody to love, who'll love us back. And maybe when that happens, we'll do something really bold. Like hold on to it. With all our hearts.
Who is it?
It's Maggie.
Oh my God.
I need to.
4 a.m.
I'm sorry. I just need to speak to you. Can you please just get her from now? All right, well then go get her. I need to speak to her right now. You don't understand.
What's going on?
Myrtle, is Bianca home?
Well, what do you think? It's not sun up yet.
What's going on?
Forget it. I'll get her myself. Bianca,
Shut up. Listen, you're going to waken the whole
the whole
house.
town is already awake.
What?
Bianca, can you please come downstairs? Come here. Will you turn on the TV?
Oh, come
Will you
on.
just turn on the
Turn it on.
TV?
Turn it
Just
on.
turn
Turn it on, Frank.
Come here.
4 o'clock.
There.
Chief Devane has not confirmed that gunfire was exchanged. No injuries have been reported, and there has been no movement from the area where emergency medical staff are stationed. Excuse me. Okay. We now believe that 4 individuals are involved in the standoff. The hostage's identity has been confirmed. It is Ms. Greenlee Smythe, newlywed heiress and cosmetics executive.
They were supposed to be going to Paris tonight. I just saw Greenlee.
Who was awaiting trial on numerous charges related to drug trafficking, is reportedly holding Ms. Smythe at gunpoint. Vanessa Cortland is also the mother of Ms. Smythe's husband, Leo Dupre, who we have learned is also at the scene, as is Trey Kenyon, one of Ms. Cortland's other sons.
I tried to get up there as soon as I heard, but they had the roads blocked off, and I came here. I didn't know where else to go.
What can we do?
I don't think there's anything we can do. They're all up there. Leo and Trey, Greenlee, and my crazy aunt. She has a gun.
Sherry, he said that 2 or possibly 3 people have fallen from Crossover Bridge, which spans Miller's Falls. The drop is 100 feet into the raging rapids of the Houstoni River below. Excuse me. We now have a tentative ID on the victims. It appears that Vanessa Cortland and Leo Dupre jumped from the bridge. Still no word on the fate of Greenlee Smythe or Mrs. Cortland's other son, Trey Kenyon. They survived a fall of 100 feet to the rocks and rapids below the bridge. Assuming that this report is accurate, there's very little hope that Vanessa Cortland and Leo Dupre are still alive.